Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Andrew Fillion, and today I want to take you guys through what I like to call the triangle of influence. Now, this is going to be a cornerstone of how I do everything, and it's got three major tenets. So let's get started. All right, so this is my triangle of influence. It's got three major tenets. The first is going to be physique. So physique is going to encompass everything health and fitness related. That's going to be your body, your mind, diet, nutrition, even hygiene. These are all the components that are going to go into the physical version of you. Down here, we're going to have income. Now, this is not just your primary job. This could be anything that you do or are involved in that's going to help you grow your income. This is greatly important because a lot of people find themselves in a salaried position where it's hard for them to advance, it's hard for them to get pay raises, but that doesn't mean you have to stop there. Never settle yourself short. You can always find other ways to increase your income with secondary income streams. And by having multiple income streams, you can eventually get yourself into a position where you have an ultimate amount of security. The third tenet is going to be wealth. Now, I know you might be thinking on the surface, wealth and income sound pretty related, but that's actually not entirely true. Think about it like this. Some of the biggest names in entertainment are people like MC Hammer or Mike Tyson. These were guys making eight-figure income during the prime of their careers. But what happened? They all went broke. Why? Because they didn't have good wealth management. Now, the other side of this, with wealth, there are people out there with such an insane amount of wealth that having an income is completely irrelevant. Now, for most of us, we're all starting from pretty humble beginnings. So we're not going to be able to have that. We're basically starting from scratch, and so we want to be able to grow our income and our wealth simultaneously while also improving our physique. Now, stay to the end because I'm going to show you how all three of these are related and are going to build on each other. So, what's the deal with the triangle of influence? What's the point? Well, the natural state of the world is going to try to collapse your triangle. Let's take physique. If you go and do a bodybuilding show, and after the show is over, you start eating whatever you want, and you stop training, it's only going to be a matter of weeks before you lose all of that hard work. So in order to maintain, you must always be applying a constant amount of force into your influence triangle. Let's take income. In order to keep getting paid, you have to keep going to work. What happens if you get laid off? You can get the rug pulled from you and lose all of your income in an instant. So it's important that not only do we maintain our income, but we also try to improve it. So we always want to be looking for growth. And then when it comes to wealth, that's going to be any of the capital that you're able to continuously grow upon month after month, year after year. If you stop contributing it, it can grow, but if you start spending it without replenishing it, you will eventually run out. So these natural forces of the world are always trying to collapse your triangle. What are we trying to do? We want to push our triangle outward. Incrementally, bit by bit, we want to build our triangle so that we are always improving. Now, along your journey, it's inevitable that you're going to hit roadblocks. And when you hit roadblocks, there's got to be a way, right? Well, that way is going to be the center of our triangle. This is going to be the powerhouse of our growth. Learning. We must always be learning. You're never going to be the master of all things at all times. When you run into roadblocks, sometimes the best thing to do is to retool or spend time learning new methods so that you can advance yourself. Let's take this to a practical level. Let's say that you are a trainer in the gym. You train clients. No matter what you do, and no matter how hard you work, you can only take so many clients in one day. Let's say each client is 1 hour. Realistically, the most you could possibly do in one day would be 10 clients. But what if you could take your training knowledge and, for example, start a YouTube channel? With that, you're able to reach a larger audience. And even though you're not going to have, per se, the most income per client, by going from 10 to potentially thousands, you're able to increase your income. All of this is done by learning new tools, learning new techniques, and learning new skills to make you more well-rounded so that you can keep pushing out your triangle. This also applies to physique. Let's say you've been in the gym for a while and you hit a plateau. Well, sometimes brute forcing your way through the brick wall is not going to be the answer. You need to learn new training techniques, and you need to go back and really study. How does a muscle truly grow? When you figure out the answer to that, you can go into the gym with a totally new training philosophy that will push you to a level that you've never been before. Let's think about wealth. If you're into investing, we've all been there where we run into some problems. Peaks and valleys, the market goes up, the market goes down. Learning how the market works and learning the cycles that it goes through can help you prepare ahead so that you're not making the large pitfalls that the average investor is doing. And a lot of these are going to be simple tricks and strategies that I'm going to show you guys using my whiteboard as the following months progress. So keep coming back. I'm going to keep showing you guys things. And last point, before I close this video, I want to really emphasize that by expanding in each of these areas, they're going to have secondary and tertiary effects that improve the other ones. Let's take physique, for example. People that are in good shape, have good hygiene, and are taking care of themselves have an easier time increasing their income. Why? It's because from a social standpoint, people see health and fitness as natural-born leadership qualities. This is going to make you someone that people look up to, and in that, it's also going to give you a little bit more leeway when you make mistakes. If you're in good enough shape, some people might actually start making excuses for you. If something slips up, they've got your back. People look up to attractive people. That's just a natural law of the world. So by improving your physique, improving your hygiene, you can increase your income. Increasing your income increases your wealth. Well, think about this. With more money to spend, you can buy better food, get better water and better hygiene products that can make you even more attractive. Now, I know some people might say, well, these are superficial things, but the natural tendency of the world is to collapse our triangle. We can fight against it to improve our lives. So with that, I'd like to wrap this video up, but I'd like to say going forward, I'm going to try to tackle one of these 3 tenets in all my future videos. So I'm going to be bringing you guys advice on how to excel in the gym. I'll be giving you guys tips and tricks on how to increase your income. And I'd also like to talk about investing, whether it's in the stock market, getting into real estate, or getting into really any sort of wealth building activity. And I'm not a huge fan of crypto, but you can work with that as well if you know what you're doing. But that's going to require a good amount of learning. So that's an avenue if you are willing to take it. And with that, that's going to conclude this video. But if you liked what you've seen so far, make sure to like the video and also make sure to subscribe. There's going to be a lot of videos coming soon. And as part of this channel, my goal is to help especially younger men. If you're 18 through 25, this is going to be stuff that can help you avoid a lot of the traps that guys my age fell into when they were in their late teens and early 20s. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.